very, very thankful for my experience here in Swaziland. It's been 1 year and how many months?
6 months.
1 year and 6 months. So I've learned a lot through my experiences, through all the successful projects. I can't say I've had a project that failed. Maybe I did, but I just wanted to find a positive way to deal with it. So that's why when I saw the message about sharing with the group about projects you've done, I really wanted to come up and share about the workshop. But when Steve came to my site and saw some of the projects, he really encouraged me, or maybe pushed me, to talk about the library project. So this library project, I want to say we started the process around November or October with Jamila, Emmeline, and I. We visited this school, Mabensane High School, which is between our communities, between Jamila and I's community. And they asked us to come and talk about English and the importance of English and such. And when we did, we mentioned reading and the importance of reading. And then students came up to us and they said, we would love to read, we would love to get better in English, but we don't have the necessary resources. And is there any way that you could help us? These were students that were asking us, not the administration. So when we saw that, all three of us just looked at each other like, yes, this would be a perfect opportunity to do BFA. We told the administration about BFA. We went back, we gave them forms. This school is about 1 hour walk from the stage and 20 minutes Kumbi ride from our communities. So we take the Kumbi, then walk down to the school, 1 hour walk. We brought the forms to them. At first, they lost the forms. We got frustrated. We went back again, they couldn't find the forms. So this time, the third time we went, we sat down with them and we made sure they filled out the application forms and we were able to turn it in time. They got accepted, they were excited about that. And even though they didn't have a room, the head teacher was like, this is a project that we really, really want. So she looked for a room in the school and we ended up using a storage room or storage for food next to the kitchen. It was a very small room, still a small room, but it had some shelves, so that made it easier for us. And fast forward to when the books arrived in May. They went and picked up the books, took them to the school. They picked the books up on Friday. On Monday, the project was started. The students, the teachers that we were working with were the English department teachers, 3 teachers. Those are our counterparts. On Monday, once the books had arrived, Jamila and I were out for some workshop. But the teachers showed the students how to catalog, what to do, how to label the books. They did that on Monday. On Thursday, when Jamila and I went back to the school, the students had labeled 500 books. Between Monday and Thursday, they had 500 books. Those were 5 students from Form 4. And within 3 weeks, or 3 to 4 weeks, Jamila and I visited that school about 3 or 4 times, 3 times, once a week. Because, as I said, it's really far from our community, and we had other projects going on. After 3 weeks, we go back, we find that students have finished laboring, 1,500 books. They've cataloged everything, and they're done. And we helped them put the books on the shelves. They were very excited. By June 20th, all the books were on the shelf. And they wanted to open the library already. Very, very excited. And they were not supervised by their teachers. They came in every time they had free period or during study time, they came in and did the work. Among the 6 of them, they chose a president, a vice president, and security guard. He kept the keys and he pretty much, the security guard watched over the books and everything. So when they finished shelving the books, we called their teachers. We're like, we're done with the library. They're like, what do you mean? It hasn't been a month. Like, we are done. They walked in and they see all the books on shelves and they were just shocked. And Jamila and I remember we got very emotional that all the work was done by these 6 Form 4 students that cataloged everything, put books on shelves within 3 weeks. And they were ready to say, what motivated you guys? Like, we're ready to start reading and we want our colleagues to start reading. And they wanted to open the library. But we asked, the teachers asked them to push it ahead 1 week so they can do an official opening. And a week later, we did an official opening. The school only had 1 week notice, but we had 3 students do poems, one class did a song, and they presented about the importance of reading and everything. So when Steve came and they visited that library, the students were showing him all the records that they've done. They have a counter book. They have 7 pages of people borrowing books. 7 pages between when that term started, September to November. Students are borrowing books. Students are reading. They have signs on the walls that were made by students about the importance of reading, the rules and everything. So for me and Jamila, that was a very successful project because we tried to step away and let the kids do the work, and they did the work. And I remember one time we went in and pretty much messed up their order. They're like, oh, sorry, you guys can supervise us. So yeah, when you start a library project, for it to be successful, if you try to do all the work yourself, you'll be really, really frustrated. So I hope you can try to get students involved, because students will be more passionate about the books than the teachers are. Teachers are very busy. Even though they mean well, they're really busy. So when you form a committee, involve students, maybe 1 or 2 teachers, but always involve students and let them take lead, because they're the ones who need to read the book.